Guys, it's Scott WWFC here. I've been asked to do a match review for the Wolves v Liverpool game. That's just not long happened for the Wolfpack. So it ended up being Wolves 0, Liverpool 1. Score, I think, does the game justice in a way because we did defend really well. We played really well at the back with Cody, Kilman and Bennett. Especially when you consider that Kilman and Bennett haven't been getting regular game time and they've came in and they've done a job. Yes, they get the goal, which I thought was kind of lucky in a way because I thought Kilman and Cody had Lallana covered, but he bounced off his shoulder, and it was his shoulder, and it fell right into the path of Mane, and Mane's going to put it away, innit, because it's Sadio Mane. But then we didn't back down, we didn't get frustrated by it, we just went at them, and we kept going and kept going and kept going, and eventually, excuse me, eventually we get back into the game. Brilliant goal by Neto. But VAR comes into play again and they say it's offside. By the letters of the law, yes, it is offside because his arm's over those stupid lines. But to me, it's a fiasco because his arm does not affect the play. It's his foot that affects the play. Because you got to lean on your foot in order to get going. And his foot's onside. It's his arm that's off. And I'm sick and tired of seeing this with VAR where you're off because your armpit's offside. You're off because, I don't know, the hairs of the back of your hair are offside. Do you know what I mean? It's getting ridiculous now. But if we dwell on it and we get upset about it, it's going to be one of them where we could talk about it forever. But we want to look at the positives in the game. And the positives was we showed no fear in that game. We took the game to Liverpool. Yes, they had their moments when they came at us, but we dealt with them. We dealt with them fine. And we had our moments where we could have literally got back into this game if it weren't for some good saves from Alisson, or it just wasn't, we were just not putting our chances away. I think good subs, when Sace came on, Jimenez came on, Traore came on, they made instant impact. But again, we just couldn't get that goal. And then it just ended up being, in the end, Liverpool 1, Wolves 0. But everybody can hold their head up high. When you consider we've only had a 1 day rest, when Liverpool have had 2. When you consider that we played a weaker side and then Liverpool go and play a full strength side, and yet it was just 1-0. When Leicester, who were the team that everybody said was going to go on and stop Liverpool this season, failed miserably by getting hammered 4-0. I knew we were never going to get hammered today. If we were going to lose, we were going to lose. For me, I said 2-0. I said if we were going to get anything out of the game, I reckoned it was going to be a 1-1 draw, which it arguably should have been. But it ain't the case, and we have to move on now. We move on, we look ahead, and it's Watford next. And to me, that's a more important game. And the reason why that's a more important game is because that's a game I know we can win. Yes, they've got a new manager now, and they beat Villa when they were down to 10 men. So they'll be well up for this game. But I honestly think we've got enough in the tank to go to Watford and get a result on New Year's Day. And it's one of them where if you want to get in the position that we currently am, or higher, and challenge for the Europa League spots, I don't think we're ready for the Champions League spots. But if we want to challenge for the Europa League spots and get back into the Europa League again for next season, you've got to beat teams like Watford. Watford are the teams where you've got to beat them. You've got to beat the teams that are at the bottom of the league like that. Because if you want to compete with the rest, you know you've got to go into the mindset that they're always going to win. And if they're always going to win, then you've got to always win. And these are the teams that you've got to beat. Beat Man City was great. I loved it. It was one of the best games I've ever seen at Molineux. However, to me, that's just a bonus. Because when you go up against the top 6, it's one of them where anything can happen. Because if they turn up on their day, they can do serious damage to you. Whereas when you're playing a team against like Watford or Aston Villa or anybody who's down the bottom of the table, those are teams that if you want to be a top club, you need to be beating these teams week in, week out. And I think we're capable of doing it. With the fact that we've got a really strong side. It's a really young and hungry side as well. And Nuno is majorly key for the way we play and the way our determination is. Like if you go back years where we could have been at Yeovil Town losing 1-0, 10 minutes left, we would have gave up. You look at this team now, they will fight for every ball and they will not stop until the ref has blown that final whistle. And that's down to Nuno. So with Nuno, these players, we got places like Watford, beat them, we've got no issue. We're going to be in Europa League spots, and we're going to be fighting for them, and we're going to be competing for them. VAR is a pain in the ass. It's one of them where we're not going to get rid of it anytime soon. It's one of them where it's also going to be an issue for the rest of this season. It's not going to improve anytime soon. It's one of them where the FA need to have a look at it. Hopefully next season it'll be a lot better and it won't be run as badly as it has been this season. As for it going against us constantly, yes, it does go against us constantly, as it seems that way. But it's probably like that for most clubs at the minute, except for probably the big six. But we proved at Man City, even with VAR against us, and we can still compete. We can still win a game against a team like that. So if we can do that, then why can't we beat somebody like Watford? So for me, 1-0 to Liverpool. We can hold our heads up high, come back to Wolverhampton, absolutely happy that we gave our all and gave them a game. We didn't back down from them. We didn't fear them at all. And then we go and rest, celebrate the new year, and then we go to Watford and do the business. I'm proud of Wolves today. My man in the match today, I'll probably have to give it to Neto. I thought Neto was superb today. And he shows why Wolves got a lot of trust in him, and he is definitely one for the future. So yeah, not the result we wanted, but a great performance, and we move on to Watford. Thank you.